Hello friends, I am Surya Saxena, Assistant Professor in IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. Today, the topic of the discussion is computers memory. What is computers memory or what is memory? A memory is just like a human brain. It is used to store data and instructions. But with respect to computer or in computing, memory refers to the computer hardware integrated circuits. Computer hardware's integrated circuit ICs that store information for immediate use in a computer. As we can see in this figure, the uppermost part of this figure suggests the human memory, whereas the lower part and the another section of this diagram shows the integrated circuits memory or computer hardware type of memory. So one is human memory and another is computer's memory. Computer memory is the storage space in the computer where data is to be processed and instruction required for processing are stored. So basically computer memory is a storage area for computer. Computer memory is any physical device capable of storing information temporarily like RAM or permanently like ROM. Memory is mainly classified into following three types, that is primary memory, secondary memory and cache memory. We can see a broad classification of computer memory in the following way. Basically, computer memory is divided into two types. One is primary section, that is primary memory, and another is secondary section, that is secondary memory. The primary section or primary memory is more important. We can classify it further in following four types as CPU registers, cache memory, RAM, and ROM. RAM is also classified in SRAM and DRAM, that is static RAM and DRAM, whereas the types of DRAM are synchronized DRAM, rambus DRAM, fast page mode DRAM, etc. ROM is also classified into two types, PROM and EPROM. PROM stands for programmable read-only memory, whereas EPROM stands for erasable programmable read-only memory. Means we can use this type of ROM in multiple times by erasing the data which have already acquired on this type of memory. The erasing of the data can be of the following two types also, that is by using ultraviolet rays, then this memory is called as ultraviolet erasable programmable read-only memory, and EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. So this is the primary section of computer's memory, or we can say that this is the section of primary memory. On the other hand, we have secondary memory. Secondary memory is divided into magnetic disk, optical disk, semiconductor disk. For example, we can see the pen drive, the DVDs, the hard disk, zip disk, disk pack, Winchester disk, floppy disk, etc. These all are the secondary type of memory. Okay. Basically, we can classify these memory according to the memory hierarchy. If we see this memory hierarchy, then we can find out the CPU registers have the topmost position in this memory hierarchy pyramid, whereas magnetic tape and magnetic disk have the lowermost position. Now, if we travel from top to bottom in this memory hierarchy pyramid, then we can see there is a increase in the size of memory. On the another hand, if we travel from bottom to top in this memory hierarchy pyramid, then we can see the speed is increasing. Also, the cost is increasing too. First, so now, what is primary memory or main memory? Primary memory holds only those data and instructions on which the computer is currently working. So, currently working instructions are stored in the primary memory. It has a limited capacity and data is lost when power is switched off. That's why they are called as volatile memory. It is generally made of semiconductor devices. These memory are not as fast as registers because we have discussed earlier that the CPU register has the topmost position in the memory hierarchy with respect to the speed also. The data and instruction required to be processed resides in the main memory. Okay, it is divided into two subcategories which we have discussed earlier, that is RAM and ROM also. Okay, now moving further, characteristics of main memory are, these are semiconductor memory known as the main memory. Okay, usually volatile, that is data has lost when the power supply is switched off. Data is lost in case of power is switched off also. It is the working memory of the computer because currently ongoing program and instruction are stored in this type of memory. It is faster than the secondary memory. A computer cannot run without the primary memory. As the name implies also, they are, that's why called as the primary section of or primary memory. A computer with the can be go without the secondary memory, but a computer cannot be go without the primary memory. Now comes on the secondary memory. This type of memory is also known as external memory or non-volatile, means data would not be lost if the power supply has switched off, and they are external to the computer. It is slower than the main memory. These are used for storing data information permanently. CPU directly does not access these memory. Instead, they are accessed via input and output devices or routines. Okay. Whereas CPU or computer directly access the main memory. The contents of secondary memory are first transferred to the main memory and then the CPU can access it. For example, disk, DVD, etc. Now coming on the characteristics of secondary memory, these are magnetic and optical memories. It is known as the backup memory also. They are non-volatile memory. Data is permanently stored over here. It is used to store the data in a computer. Computer may run without the secondary memory, which I have discussed earlier. I have explained this, why this is so. And secondary memory are the slower than the primary memory. So these are the main differences between primary memory and secondary memory, and we have seen a broadly layout or a large workout of computer's memory. Okay, thank you.